Howdy folks, Haywire Willy here. Now I hear folks say that the misunderstandings today between young folks and the elderly is due to a generation gap, but I reckon if they were any fuller of bull manure, they'd be a politician. Generation gap my butt. What we have ourselves here is one of them their communication gaps, not a generation gap. It began when computers became popular and the words that we once knew all took on whole new meanings. Therefore, it ain't no real wonder that us older folks can't understand half of what the hell them youngsters is talking about when they're trying to teach us about technology. For instance, I'm so old that I remember when Instagram was a dope delivery service, when Twitter and tweets were noises made by birds, and Facebook was the direction our teachers told us to sit. Snapchat was a quick and terse conversation. TikTok was a noise made by clocks. Instant messages were dirty looks, elbows, kicks, and punches. All media was social, and the digital world consisted of 2 thumbs, 8 fingers, and 10 toes. File sizes pertained to medical and legal matters. Bandwidth was the amount of space required by musicians. A Trojan was used to protect, not attack, and bits were things taken by bytes. Servers were waiters and waitresses. Keywords either got you kissed, promoted, or knocked right on your ass, and icons were social and industrial persons of great esteem. Flash drives resulted from explosions, domains were places where people lived, and buffers were people who used machines to polish other things. Application meant actually applying something. Cursors were folks who constantly swore. Drag and drop usually had something to do with disposing bodies, and a host was a person putting on an event. Hardware described severe wear and tear. Hypertext was a term used for typing like a bat out of hell. Macintosh was a raincoat, and Apple was a fruit. Scrolling meant reading a cylindrical document. Windows let in fresh air, and surfing always involved long boards and ocean waves. Wireless meant not being a snitch for the police. Zoom meant going really fast. Virtual reality was virtually reality, and subdirectories were just shitty directories. Streaming involved waiting in real streams. Ports were places ships came in, and safe mode meant being real careful. Records were things put on photographs and documented criminal activity. Clouds were formations of condensation in the sky. Monitors watched things, and a mime was a soundless actor. Mainframes were the primary components of structures, and logins were the direct result of stopping way too fast when hauling wood, and justified meant having a damn good reason. Freeware was clothing given out for charitable reasons. Fields were large plots of open land. Cut and paste involved scissors, paper, and glue. Fiber optics was looking for corn and celery and such in your poo, and online literally meant standing online. So it's no darn wonder that old folks don't comprehend what the heck you're trying to teach us about computers and such, because we might be right familiar with the words that you use, but not what the heck you mean by them. And again, now what we have ourselves here ain't no generation gap, it's a damn communication gap. Old folks ain't stupid, we's just confused. And we have ourselves some right short tempers. And therefore, in closing, I'd like to suggest that it might be real wise for you to consider that while you shoot characters in video games, we shot people for real, still know how to, and are still willing to, if necessary. Now that there's about all I got to say about that matter. Y'all come back now, you hear?